might all go away, right? So that's what I really appreciate and want to get out of here is just to become a great businessman, obviously create generational wealth, to help people and to learn and get that knowledge that's not provided through conventional financial education.
Great. Where you at? You're in Tampa, right?
I'm in Tampa. Yeah, I'm right on North Franklin Street right now by the Bravaros.
Nice. Okay. You want to go ahead, Miguel?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, my name is Miguel. I do a little bit of everything, but I own a junk removal business and I also do some real estate. And I joined the program probably like a month and a half ago now. I've been a friend of Arturo's for a long time. Literally like dang, bro. Literally like 20 years. Yeah, since high school. So yeah, we both came from nothing. We used to both be broke and dumb. But no, I joined because he's been telling me about it, for a while now, to be honest. I just kind of been slacking. And I had a couple conversations with him where I was like, you know what? Arturo's definitely playing a different game than I am. So, you know what? Let me just jump on board. And literally, like the week after we had our first meeting, he just told me about this strategy to get better deals, and I was just about to purchase a house. So I think I probably saved like 30K just from doing that. And honestly, it's something that I'm going to use now for until I can, when negotiating for real estate deals. So yep.
Yeah, so that was a real estate deal. And I only know that play because back when I was in real estate, I pay a lot of money in order to be with people that are doing millions and millions of dollars a month on real estate. So the strategies that they taught me back then is the same strategy, that I teach you guys, which is what I know. Obviously, I haven't been into real estate like I was before, but I do know how to win a deal. I especially in the single family market, because most people that buy in the single family market, they're not really competing with BlackRock or hedge funds, where these guys, that I got mentored by, actually competing with these guys and how they're able to win deals. So if you just apply the same mindset they have for those multifamily and you apply them on the single family, you're gonna win the race because nobody's playing the same way on that level. Okay, and then we can go. I mean, if you guys are interested, Miguel can tell you the strategy. It's very simple strategy, but it does save you a lot of money, and you win deals and make a lot of money that way. I thought a friend of mine who has a couple. Well, I don't want to say a couple restaurants, like 230 something restaurants, and he told me, dude, I'm losing deals. I'm losing deals. Like everybody has money, I'm losing deals, and I told him that strategy. Next thing you know, boom, he started making money. Okay. So Miguel, I have known him since high school. I know Miguel since I was 15 years old, actually. Since he got kicked out of his old high school to come to my high school because they wanted to kill him over there. Literally, they
Yep.
wanted they wanted to kill him.
Are
Um,
we allowed to hear the strategy? Is that okay?
yeah, of course, we'll say it. In a little, I'll have Miguel say it to you guys in a little bit. Dennis, go ahead.
What's up, guys? I'm Dennis. I'm from Houston, Texas. Um, I got into the credit game, into the space with mentorship with Arturo, and then it led me into like learning more about private banking and estate planning. So I set up my trust, and I'm doing stuff around my trust, and getting like power of attorney and stuff like that, so it could protect me. Also, I wanted to learn this course, this because of course, all the connections you get and all of the problem solving that you get at the Funding Academy, specifically, learning exactly how to do double closing, how to get into SBA loans and corporate bonds. So it all this stuff, it takes time, guys. So I mean, that's why I'm here. And Yeah, man, networking with you guys, with Arturo, with everybody. That's what I'm all about. So appreciate everyone here.
Perfect. Then, and where are you at, Dennis? Texas, right?
Oh, Houston, yeah.
Houston, Texas. Okay. We'll go to Jorge, Carl, and I'm not sure if Carlo can talk, but go ahead, Jorge.
What's up? Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, I joined today because I am currently like somewhat of like a transition from the service-based funding and credit repair that I was doing. I I'm not doing credit repair anymore, but the service-based funding, I'm looking, yeah, I'm trying to get ideas as to how I can shift from the servicing it, like actually me applying for people, to just teaching how people can do it themselves. Because yeah, I'd rather do it that way. Um, Mainly because of legal, just to be for legality aspects of it. And yeah, I really want to get back to creating content, like long form content on YouTube. Um, but yeah,
What
looking
kind
to
of
see what I can
content do
do.
you create?
Finance content. Yeah.
Right, perfect. And where you at, Jorge?
Me in Texas, like Dennis, but the Rio Grande Valley,
Got it.
down south.
Okay. Nice. Okay, Carl.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Carl. I'm over here out of Northern Virginia, Stafford. Just recently joined not too long ago, man. Just moved out here actually, closer from, farther away from DC, and just trying to get my stuff together so I can go ahead and get some business funding and throw that money into real estate. Probably more specifically into like upscale single family homes in good areas. As a developer, so that's about it.
Nice. And what state are you in?
Virginia.
Okay, perfect. Carlo, can you talk or no? I'm not sure if Carlo told me he had his kids with him. So we'll skip Carlo. So we'll do this. We'll go to Miguel so you can explain the strategy for Andreas to understand it because he was doing wholesaling. Okay, Andreas was doing wholesaling. Now he got into the credit space. Okay. And after Miguel, after you explain the strategy, how it saved you money, what exactly was it that you did, we'll go on what we have next. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so the strategy is actually so simple. I was kind of blown away, honestly. Um, the idea is you come to the table with cash, but before making the offer or while you're making the offer, you essentially send the money directly. Whatever your lowball offer is, you send that money directly to the title company, so they hold it in escrow, and you tell the seller, hey, if let's say they're asking 300, hey, I sent you 250 cash, no inspections, whatever contingencies you want or whatever. It's the money's already there, and it's essentially like same thing as a cash offer, but it's just more bold. And Arturo said something that really was like, he said, well, because I just bought this other property and I got it for 310. Um, I got it for 310. He said, well, if I gave you, I had just bought it like a week prior. He said, if I gave you 340 for this property right now and using that strategy, would you take it? And I was like, yeah, heck yeah, 30K just like in a couple days. And so, and he said, and you're an investor, and I imagine some of the people that are selling these properties, they're not investors, right? They're just trying to get money. If you throw money at them in their account, it's just they're a lot more like. So I used that strategy on the next house that I bought. Kind of, I didn't do it exactly the same way, but I came with that confidence of like, hey, I can offer this much, and I'll have the money, on your escrow, title company, whatever, by tomorrow. And so yeah, I got like a $50,000 discount. I think I was gonna get like a $25,000 discount, but I think just having that verbiage and that confidence, just yeah, they were about it. So
Wow. I
I'll be
love
honest,
that.
you could have got it for like 230 if you would have just put in the money in their account and you would have told them,
yeah,
hey, um, I'm offering 230, and by the way, your title company already has the money. I don't require any expansions. Just make sure the title's a clean title, and we're good to go to close.
yeah,
We would have got an extra $20,000, $20,000. saved. Okay, so that strategy, guys, is very simple. It's very easy. People use it with big buildings. Why? Because right now, people that are buying, $1, $2, $3 million building, 5 million, 10, $20 million, there's a lot of people out there, and you're not competing with individuals. You're competing with hedge funds that have unlimited money. So they had to get creative. How were they able to get creative? Let's say if I own that building and I'm putting it out for, let's say, 30 million, somebody says, hey, I'm gonna give you 24 million, no inspections, just making sure title's clean. And by the way, your accountant or your title company or your attorney, the money's already in their account. You can give them a call. Okay, and they're like, okay, usually 9 out of 10, they'll call their attorney, hey, was there a wire of 23 million? Yes. Right off the bat, you're having a fucking $7 million win. And that's how it's played on the multifamily level. Okay, why? Because believe it or not, I know maybe some of you guys are struggling. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of fucking money out there, and these people don't give a fuck. Okay, and once you have a line of credit of like 20, $30 million, you can literally implement this strategy. Okay, once a month, and you make $1 million just like this. Why? Because you'll put it under contract or you'll buy it. Okay, and then you can sell it to the list of the people that were calling that person. Literally.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, that's what people do. Okay, so hey, okay, let's say Miguel won the bet. Miguel can literally say, hey, give me or talk to the same people that did the closing, or talk to that real estate agent that were representing the property. Hey, I'm gonna hire you. I'm gonna resell it for $1 million more, and I can wait a month. You see what I'm saying?
Wow. That's insane.
And then you can make money like this. Okay, people do
That's
it all the time on the, when you're looking at multifamily deals, but obviously it does take money to make money. Miguel's just starting, not just starting, but like he's just starting with the strategy. Okay, he told me, he like, dude, the property is like 350, but I'm gonna offer 300, 330. I'm gonna offer 300, and then when he like, that's why I need to understand where you guys are at, so I can see if I can help you on that way. So that's what Miguel did.
insane.
Hey, I can have the money there tomorrow. I mean, I would have done it like that, but I would have done, hey, I wired $200,000, and you can take it. I just want to make sure the title's clean. The money, your account already has the money, the title company already has the money. 9 out of 10, they would have said yes. Worst case scenario, they would have said, okay, can you give me 5,000 more or 10,000 more, whatever, because they will always try to take a little bit, but they're not gonna lose the deal. Okay, because it's very hard to come by for somebody who says, hey, here's the money. All I want to make sure is that you own that property, and I'm not gonna have any issues, with the land itself. Okay, so it's a very simple strategy, but it does take a little money. Miguel does have some money saved up that he liquidated from his houses, and he's investing. So I'm like, hey, you can go ahead and use this strategy. And to be honest, Miguel, you can be a hard money lender. Okay, your money will never, and me, I will personally use attorneys, because that's what I did when I was in real estate. Yeah, there are title companies, but I will use attorneys. Okay, attorneys, they're very, very, very creative. Okay, I'll give you an example. I did a deal in Bradenton when I was doing wholesaling. Okay, it was a property. I had it under contract for $70K. The property was worth about $150. Okay, so I got it for almost half, over half, I'm sorry, like 45%. So I'm like, hey, this I can make a quick, 50K. Okay, so that's what I did. I went and I put up for 120. Somebody put it under contract, and I was fairly new. I didn't have guidance. I was fairly new to the wholesaling world. And the bank denied, because this woman, the house was, I mean, it needed cosmetics. Okay, but I did all the cosmetics. I went in and freaking fixed a window. It had a broken window. It's like an upcoming neighborhood. So I fixed the cosmetics, made it look clean, and the bank didn't approve it. Okay, because on the HUD, I was mentioned as the intermediary. Okay, the banks don't like that. So when you're looking for high amount, when you're selling, the banks don't like to have an intermediary. Okay, so I lost the deal. Okay, and then I was like, I gotta get rid of this property because I'm fucking losing money. Well, I talked to the attorney that was doing I was referred to do my deal, and he said there's a way around it. What was the way around it? Usually when you wholesale a property, it says, give an example. It's going from Miguel owns the property and Dennis is buying it. Okay, but when Dennis shows he gets approved for the loan through Bank of America, if it says Arturo is selling it to Dennis, the bank says how if Miguel owns it. So they'll deny the loan. Okay, but there's in the HUD, okay, I cannot remember the name of it because it's been a while, but it is on the course. There's a type of HUD, okay, that will pretty much delete myself out of the equation. So it literally says it's going from Miguel to Dennis. Okay, and it doesn't say, but it's legal and it's a different HUD. Okay, so if you're selling it to a buyer that is not a cash buyer, is somebody who's gonna pay top dollar, okay, or somebody who's retailer, we call them retailer, somebody who's like, hey, they're novice and they're just buying their brand new house and whatever, you have to use that type of title because regular bank will not fund it. Okay, I lost 20 grand because I didn't know that. And my attorney, they charge, my attorney's in Tampa, they charge less than regular title companies. Okay, and you have access to the attorney. Okay, another way around it was whenever I did a wholesaling deal also, we couldn't use the word, it couldn't be called assignment fee. Okay, it was called reimbursement fee. Why? Because I went in there and I painted a wall and I changed the window. So I charge the tenant, the seller, I charged them $35,000 or $25,000, and they were gonna pay me at closing. So now on the HUD, it said reimbursement, it didn't say assignment. Okay, and then that's how I was able to get paid. So there's different ways that attorneys know. Okay, and for sure, I was mind blown when they were charging me less than a regular title company. Okay, so just for you guys to be aware, I mean, those are the things that I know when it comes to real estate, when it comes to wholesaling. I have also seen, I never done it personally, but I seen where people are wholesaling properties to themselves. Okay, so you're just playing two LLCs depending on the value of the property. Okay, and you're wholesaling to yourself. How? You being the end buyer. Okay, so for example, if I own a company that's called Miguel Solutions, okay, and I'm buying the property. Let's say I'm just gonna give you round numbers. Okay, the property is $100,000, and Miguel Solutions have the property under contract for $60K. Well, I'll do a new contract between Miguel Solutions and myself for $100K. Okay, so the bank's gonna say, hey, I want you to put in 85%. So I gotta come up with the other 15K. Okay, so what happens and I want you guys to understand this. I mean, everybody here has been in real estate, even Carlos in real estate. In order for the bank to fund it, okay, they will call the title company and say, hey, is Arturo's 15K in escrow? Yes, okay, now they fund the 85K. All they care is that the money is in escrow. Okay, so this is when you can either put money from your pocket or get somebody that has money to put in the money on escrow. Okay, so now remember, I'm buying it at 100K, okay, from Miguel Solutions that I own, okay, but Miguel Solutions has it under contract for 60. So now I just won a property, okay, literally with no money. I actually made money on the closing of that house. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is something I can give you guys, if you guys want to use that attorney. I know Miguel in Florida, Carl in Florida, Andrea here in Florida. You guys can use that attorney that I used to use.
Oh wow. Thank you.
He's able to do those type of deals. Okay, so if you find a deal, literally you can go into all those people that are wholesaling a property, okay, and you can actually do it with them. Obviously you gotta have to
Arturo,
go ahead.
you actually said to me about a week ago, you were like, wholesale to yourself. And basically, I ran that by one of my real estate mentors, who he's 64 years old. He's like, that's what we used to do back in the day. And I just want to share with the group, if it's okay with you, basically the exact way you can do it, make money on the deal, and then make even more money on the refinance, if that's okay with you.
Exactly. No, yeah, go ahead, dude. This is a group where, I share everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay, guys. So if you guys need it, I have it. I have access to a lender who does a fix and flip loan. This fix and flip loan only requires you to put 10% down. So at 10% down, let's use round numbers, like Arturo said. If you buy a property for $100,000, right? You only need to put down, right, $10,000, and they fund the other 90% of the purchase price, and they fund 100% of the rehab at only 10% interest. Now, the fix and flip loan is hard money based. So while you're fixing the property, you either have to fix and flip it in under 12 months into a DSCR loan in under 12 months, right? And keep the property. So going back to what Arturo taught me, and I kind of put two and two together, is say you get the property under contract for $100,000. If you wholesale it to yourself for $120,000, right? That means you have to put down 10% to get the fix and flip loan, right? So you put down 12K, and then you have 8K left over. Okay. So then say you use $3,000 for, like, it's $1,000 a month for your interest only payments while you fix the house. So now, like Arturo said, right? You've made $5,000 fixing and flipping the house. You've pushed the value up by fixing it so it appreciates. So not only do you get a free house, you get paid $5,000 for the house. And then when you cash out refinance, because you did a value add project, or you fixed and flipped it and forced appreciation, you make even more money, and then you can roll it into another deal. And that was Arturo was the one who taught me that. And I kind of like put it together with this fix and flip loan that I've been using. And it's a pretty crazy hack. You just need to know how to buy low.
Yeah, so you guys can wholesale to yourself, okay, and make money and keep the property. So if you have a deal, you can literally make money and keep the property. Okay, obviously, when you're doing multiple deals at once, like Carlo, he does 15 deals at once. You don't have, or a lot of people don't have, $2 million in the bank and using their own money. If you want to grow like Miguel, you can start doing 5, 10, 15 deals, obviously. And yes, it is risky because they're all loans, and if you don't pay the loan, they'll take the property. But these people are just looking to do good business. If you're behind a little bit, hey, they don't mind. They just want to know that, hey, you are doing good business and they're looking to work with you long term. Okay, so wholesaling it to yourself, dude, I know people that have done this in Miami with multi-million-dollar properties. Okay, just because they know somebody with money and they don't give them the money directly, but the guy says, hey, we can use my title company and I'll put the money there. I actually already have the money there because they usually use it. They usually just, and this is what I told Miguel to do a little bit ago, just grab your money, call a title company, leave it there, and then just have to tell you whenever they're going to use it for a transaction, okay, you charge 1 point. So 1 point of 100K is a grand. So you can literally make a grand or 2 or 3 grand, some play money every month, without having your money be at risk. I mean, that's only if you want to get into the real estate game. I'm just letting you guys know what I know from real estate when I used to do fix and flip when I was buying from the auction. Okay. But it's possible and you guys can do it. Okay, so that's what I know. I mean, if you guys go through the course, there's a little more in depth when it comes to how to open an LLC in a different state for X, Y, and Z purposes. That's a whole nother thing. Okay, but that's my knowledge on real estate. Okay.
Sure, if you don't mind me asking, what do you think of land trusts? I feel like if you're wholesaling to yourself, land trusts may be a very good tool to use.
I never done a land deal. Okay, so
no, land trust, like a land trust.
I can jump into that one.
Yeah, please.
By the way, I didn't want to interrupt this flow because my baby was crying as Arturo is asking for me to jump in to talk. But my name is Carlo Medina. I started follow Arturo on Instagram, and just my intro. Sorry, I had to do it so late now.
No, it's okay.
But I promise you, I'm gonna jump in into the topic. And I'm a little sick, so I sound different. But anyways, so I met Arturo on Instagram. He actually was really good. You know, he was giving some value through the DMs. We created a good connection. I invited him to dinner. I mean, I did. I don't even remember how we did it, but it was like, hey, bro, I'll let's get some steak or something. And he said Papi steak, and to be honest, I didn't know what Papi steak was. So I thought he said, "Oh, Papi, let's go get some steak or something." You know, we were in Miami. So, long story short, I said, "Yeah, bro, that's the best. I love steak." So we ended up going to, and Arturo doesn't know this part, but anyways, we ended up meeting over there. The Bowser, it's a really cool place. Papi Steak. You guys can look it up. The 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 guard at the door didn't allow me to come in at first because I had shorts. Anyways, long story short, we had a good, good conversation. He talked to me about all the stuff he's doing, guys. He told me that day. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to, Colombia and Mexico, no, Mexico, Colombia." I'm like, this dude is the best. Like he just had this life. He lives all over the world now. But long story short, I really was attractive to the fact that he's doing everything online. He doesn't have to be in an office setting all day, every day. He can travel the world. He has his freedom, and that's what I'm solving for now. So I run multiple companies, majority of them in the real estate. Now I'm doing health as well. So right now my goal is to make everything virtual and be kind of the same like Arturo, but with a family of six. So I have a big family. I have my little one crying just now. But anyways, long story short, that's pretty much what I wanted to be part of this, and I'm so thankful for this community. We always have some value. Arturo has so much stuff. Like he has a Rolodex of connections, and there's always something that he has. He has the opportunity to jump in before everybody. So I'm actually very excited to see you all here, and for those who don't know me, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. But to jump to the topic, the land trust basically is what you do to protect yourself, other than having a company. So if you put a company, you buy a house in the LLC, you have limited protection. If you put in a land trust, it's almost untraceable. It's like the land trust is its own entity, and then you have to go through this whole process to discover who the heck is the owner. So I just added another level of protection. I do all my deals like that. And in fact, when I do subject to, I move into the land trust. So I'm just a beneficiary of the land trust, and I have trustee, and the trustee are the lawyers. So it's just a lot of protection because there's a lot of things I've done a lot of deals, and inspectors get to know your name. City inspectors and all this stuff. Anyways, I don't know how long you guys been in the game, but I had to deal with a lot of inspections and stuff like that. So with the city, stop work orders and stuff like that. So I own construction company, I own property management company, and the investment company, and then also health. But anyways, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. But land trust is just another way of protecting yourself, like making it stand alone. And in fact, a trick, and I want to talk about this. There's enough. I don't know if you guys know about arm strength. Enough arms. Sorry, arm's length is my accent. I cannot pronounce certain words. If it's enough, what you do in a land trust, sometimes you can refinance the property as your primary and get a ton of more. You get, in other words, you can get the better rate and the better down payment if you do it that way, because you can do it as a primary. Even though it's an investment, a land trust create enough arm's length so you can transact like it's you buying it yourself as a primary if you don't have a
Wow.
primary. So,
Awesome.
and that I've done that already. And I don't know, I might be able to do it in a year from now, but you're limited to that, of course, once a year. but you get a benefit from that. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. The land trust is huge game changer because it bring you immunity in a way, a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm trying to get one made. I'm trying to get one made. Do you have any?
It's
You
all
think?
about the lawyers. Yeah, yeah. In Florida,
Okay.
we have. In Florida, I'm not sure. Your lawyer might be able to do it, Arturo. Maybe you just need to ask them. I have a lawyer in Miami. He does it also. He's actually the lawyer.
Cool. Cool.
So, but anyway, we'll figure out. I mean, I can just share that
Cool.
information, but Arturo's lawyer might be able to do it. It's just it takes creative people like Arturo's doing taxes. It takes that creative person to come in and say, "Hey, listen, you might get used to the old ways of doing this thing and repetitive, and you come from corporate. No, let's be creative, just like you guys are with real estate deals and how to structure so we can get the best out of it. There's accountants too that do that, like Arturo. Arturo knows how to do it. So okay, he partner with accountants. So hey, let's make sure that we take the most benefit out of the law. So and that's what is exciting. And I kind of jump in late to do Arturo because he told me about it a long time ago. What was this? When we met? We met like
We met in September,
September. Yeah,
October.
and he told me back then. Yeah, a long time ago. But yeah, you told me about the trucks. Everything you're doing, like he told me that same day. But
Yeah.
I didn't jump in on time because again, I mean I already told Arturo it's just all this. I feel like I have a whole stack of file. Oh my God, how can I take this whole stack of file for taxes to another accountant? I feel this is a nightmare. So you know. But anyways, I got paralysis.
Yeah, it's actually easier than you think. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Like, for example, Miguel's taxes, yeah, it took a while, but the accountant is trusting in me that Miguel's numbers are correct. Okay, so he has to put a lot of trust in me. Most accountants, what do they say? Oh, send me this paper and send me this paper and send me this paper and send me your house taxes and send me this and send me that. So it takes a lot of trust from the accountant with me and then with me and the client. Therefore, I'm like, okay, so he deposited 300K, cashed out 150K, and this house was worth this much. We look it up. Okay, yeah, he bought it for this much. So there's certain things that, hey, I've been doing my taxes with him for a long time. He trusts me on me telling him the truth about other things. Because when it comes down to if he ever gets audited, they're gonna say, hey, what are these documents? So hey, okay, but if the documents are there or if we know somewhat the wrong numbers, everybody can make a mistake. They're not gonna put you in jail for making, a mistake. Okay. That's actually called tyranny. Okay, but if you make an innocent mistake, like, hey, it wasn't 300K, it was 305,000. Hey, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, and you also have a room to play with. You have about $10,000 up or negative to play with. You know what I'm saying? But if you're like, hey, I bought this house for 100,000, but it was really $1 million, then that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It takes trust from the client and from the accountant, for him to put the numbers without having the documents there, and also for the client to tell me the right numbers, So anyways, do you wanna, I'm not sure if Flor, you wanna introduce yourself to Andreas, please? Flor and Osvaldo.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. My name is Flor Hernandez, and then, of course, I have
I'm Osvaldo Sanchez.
And what we do is we help nonprofits and businesses gain access to additional funding opportunities. And then Osvaldo also owns a concrete company, and we're based in Detroit, Michigan.
Awesome.
I
It's
think
nice
we've
to meet
been
you
with
all.
Arturo.
Look
I
at
think
that. Straight to this is what I do, this is who I am, this is where I'm from. Bam.
Yes, sir. We were practicing that
Yeah,
before we went on our
we're
hiatus.
Good. Okay, so
Oh
let's
yeah,
go ahead, Osvaldo. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, we just opened up a school as well to teach the services that we're doing. We're just trying to help other individuals learn that market because there's 18 million nonprofits in the United States, but there's only about 10,000 actual grant writers. So we're trying to see if we can fill that gap and teach people the services and the things that we've learned along the way. And currently we're starting to dabble into wholesaling. So we just came back from the trip, so now we're ready to get going. Hopefully by the next call, I got some deals or something going so I can share with you guys.
Nice, good. So a quick rundown. So Flor, she has a online business. Okay, Carlos, he does real estate. He's jumping into the online space. Jorge has an online. Carl, you don't have an online business, right? No, okay, but
No, I don't.
you're about to quit your job and you're gonna go into real estate.
That's right.
Okay, and then Miguel, he's looking.
I just launched, bro.
You just
I launched my little course. I sold $3,000. So
good.
this
How
last
much
week.
for it?
I priced it at 500 because I don't want to like fulfill. It's just a course, it's just like literally like, no community, nothing. Just for my TikTok.
Bro, wait, $500, and you got $3,000 already?
Yeah,
That's not bad.
I know.
Did you put a
That's great.
recurring on it, like I asked you, like I told you?
What is it?
Did you put in like a recurring, like 47 a month or 97 a month, something like that?
I didn't do that yet, just because my wife was figuring out the funnel and finalizing it, and then I was like, you know what, just post it and we'll add it. I just wanted it to go live, and it went live, and I think I got like I got like 4 sales in like the first couple days, but then TikTok shut my messages down, so I couldn't like receive any messages. They just brought it back, and so I got another 2 sales in the last couple days. But so
This is your first internet money, right? With your own product?
funny, TikTok Shop is my first internet money,
Okay.
but my personal product, yes, this is my first internet money, bro.
Got it. So internet money hits different. Okay.
It does, bro.
This is why I got out of real estate. Okay. And I was averaging about 150K per flip. Okay, every 3 to 6 months. That was my average, $150,000 per flip. And I was like, F this shit. I got to deal with people that want to go and smoke inside the house once it's already painted. You know what I'm saying? Like just little things like you like I'm not here to babysit grown men. So when I launched Funding Academy back in 2021, okay, I made 30 grand literally in less than a month. Okay, 30 grand. I was selling it at $10,000. Okay, then I brought it up to $20,000. Okay. So and I got friends that are making millions a month. Okay, with 6 VAs, 6 virtual assistants, and 2 people from the US. Okay.
That's crazy, bro.
And they're actually a $500 product. Okay, they're low end. Me, I recommend always go high, get your first 2, 3 clients, and then invest it into something low with a recurring payment, with an MMR, monthly recurring payment. Okay, so that's just the way I have seen it work for me. Okay, and I just pass it on to you guys.
Let me ask a question. I know we're gonna wrap up here in a bit, but my business, my junk removal business, we got to 50, 60K a month, and I hit a ceiling. And I think that's due to marketing. Like right now, marketing is my biggest issue. So any experience that you guys have with marketing, right now I took my foot off the pedal, like on paid advertising, just because we're still busy and we're not really marketing. But everything that I've tried, agencies, trying it on my own, it's just a headache. And most agencies like overpromise, underdeliver. So yeah, for those of you guys who have local service business, I know you guys, there's a concrete company, a construction company. I just need to figure out a predictable way to bring consistent leads, so that I'm always busy.
So I just want to ask you, are you doing Google Ads only? How you getting your leads right now?
Right now, I honestly turned off most everything. I have some Facebook ads running. I have a guy that wanted, he gave me a free trial and he did all right. So we're just doing Facebook ads. I turn off my locals. I wasn't doing Google ads. I was doing local service ads. But I don't know if you're
Yeah.
familiar with the difference,
Yeah.
but it's the Google guarantee. you know.
Uh-huh.
But they just swapped. I don't know. They changed their app, so I have to figure that out. But it's just expensive, man. It's expensive as heck.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. What is your price per lead?
My local service ads, it can range from $50 to $120 per call.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of money because if you
I know.
do junk removal, I mean, you must be charging you money because if you're paying that much for a lead. But you got okay. So if I'll be honest, when it comes to ad, you have a good Instagram page
It's
or
decent. I
Facebook.
mean,
Facebook, yeah, Facebook is better for that. But I'm just, I mean, I'm not 100%. I mean, a lot of stuff that I get is referrals and repeat customers. But if you want to scale, man, I don't know.
but you've been in business how long?
Oh, since 2016.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just
you're
now
starting
getting.
out. You started this year.
We started 2.5 years ago. We're now getting some repeat customers. And again, so right now we're at 50, 60K a month and barely any ads. So I want to start dumping more money into ads, but not if it's so expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The only thing I can tell you, have you contact all the GCs in the area, all the roofers. I mean, if you do all that work, get a VA to call these people. Just give them a script and just call them and until you get one day this guy. Oh, I need a dumpster in this place, or I don't know. Junk removal in my areas in Jacksonville. I already told you this. I'm selling my stuff because it's getting very saturated. In your area, because of the hurricanes, you probably had a ton of business. But
Yeah.
I think I was even considering to go there. But long story short, you just need to make sure that every connection, every new client you do, ask for a referral. Just give. I don't know. It just that business to pay so much in ad is tough because
Yeah.
it's a business you need volume because you charge per weight and anyways. But yeah, I wish I can help. I'm actually working on ads myself, so that's what I'm very curious about the return. And I think Arturo knows about that too.
Yeah, I'll link you up with my guy that I partner up with. I mean, he does companies 5 million plus. He is expensive when it comes to, he likes to try, hey, we're gonna start the first month with 3,500. The next month we're gonna go to 7, 8. The next month we're gonna go to 12. So Miguel, just write me. I can link you up with him. I mean, he'll be able to guide. Just tell him that, hey, you're in the course, and or I can tell him, hey, just give him a deal or maybe get a percentage. You know, something that works for both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just shoot me a
Cool.
text.
Cool,
Anyway,
man.
I know, Andreas, you didn't have a chance to go through the course yet. So far, anybody have any questions on the course? Anything at all? I know you have questions. Go ahead, Jorge.
Yeah, I don't know if I have like access to. I'd like to review that wholesale thing that you have on there. I don't know if you can look over my link access.
Got it. Okay, I'll review it and I'll have my assistant do it tomorrow. Okay,
But thanks.
of course. Any questions about it? About anything?
Arturo, you started a school community or not yet?
Did I start it? What?
The school community. I thought you were gonna do a school community or something. No.
No, I have not started school community now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's part. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to answer a question that Jorge asked earlier. Okay, Jorge, you said that you're gonna move into teaching people how they can do it on their own, not doing it for them. Correct?
Yeah, and that's yeah, just instead of service based, solely like consulting, like yeah.
Got it. Okay. So I'll tell you why. Okay. It's very hard for people to have the right profile. Okay. It's tough. And then when people do have the right profile and then you're doing it for them, people are going to try to go behind your back and they think they know what they're doing. They're going to go apply and it's going to mess things up on the back end. Okay. Literally, I mean, I'm not sure if that's what you're dealing with. That's why you want to go on the teaching side instead of just doing it for people. but you have to be very careful on who you do it for. Okay, like for example, right now we're gonna be doing Andreas, okay, and Carl. So, you do have to understand that, hey, okay, we're under contract, we're gonna take 10%, we're gonna go do it for you. But there's also things that you cannot do. Like if I look at your credit today, it cannot be different, in 10 days from now. Okay, when it comes to spending the same money, when it comes to, hey, I applied for this car, hey, I applied for why? Because it messes things up on the back end. So, and it's very tough to have somebody that has the right profile. Okay, it's probably, I want to say 2 out of 10 people. So it's very, very,
Yeah.
very tough. And then there's people that have good credit, but they don't have the right credit. Okay, and then what you have to do, you have to build it. You build it with primary, you build it with auto loans, you build it with mortgages that have been closed, and all of those cost money. Once they look good, then you can go for funding. Okay, one thing I can tell you guys right now, major banks, they're not giving out a lot of money for whatever reason. Okay, so we're going to credit union, we're going to small credit unions. Okay, so they are giving money, but you have to know pretty much how to present yourself and which credit bureau they're pulling. Okay, that's pretty much what you literally have to understand that, hey, okay, do not, like right now, don't go, if you're gonna apply, do not go to big institutions, go to small credit unions, usually a 60-mile radius where your business is located. Okay, or where you open the bank account for that business, you can go in for funding, and you got to know, hey, if this bank, TD Bank, is pulling Experian, and I have no hard interest in Experian, I'm going to go to Experian. So you can do that. Right now, I just partner up with somebody that's fixing credit. Okay, they're able to fix the credit for either half off, or depending on what you have in your credit, even for free. They're able to fix your credit. Okay, as long as you pay them on the back end of the funding. So actually, I'm doing that for a client of mine. Okay, if he has charge-offs, about $30,000 on charge-off, 6 different negative accounts because he was left without a job a few months ago, so everything went negative. Okay, he did have an 811 credit score, and I told him this last year. I'm like, hey, brother, you should consider go for funding. He's like, no, I don't need that much money. No, I don't need that much money. Okay, he was left without a job. He started living off the credit cards, and now, he just got a job. Okay, and he makes about $4,000 a month, $4,200 a month, and obviously he doesn't want to pay the charges, and he doesn't want to pay the credit cards, and they're all major banks. So what are we doing to clean his credit? It is a lot of money, but he's able to pay half. He's paying the other half when we get the funding, and then we're also taking a percentage of the funding. So there are ways to do it. You just have to know what you're doing, and you have to be with the right people, because a lot of people out there are promising a lot of things, and a lot of things are not getting done. FYI. So I mean, that's a choice for you guys. If you guys have bad credit for whatever reason, we can look at it and say, hey, can we do it or can we not do it? Okay, so if we're confident we can do it, then we go ahead and take it. If we're not, then we don't do it. And the way we're doing it right now, or the way they're doing it, I'm sorry, is through the FTC. Okay, before I used to use the CFPB. Now that's the only thing I knew how to do. They caught on to it. Now what they're doing is they're using the FTC. So they go in the FTC, they do a complaint, they take the complaint, they put it back in the credit bureaus individually. Either accounts get removed. Okay, once they get removed, now we can build your account if you need to build your account, and then we go for funding. So there are ways to do it, but it does take a little bit of money. Okay. Do you guys have any questions on this? I know, Andres, we'll have a welcome call tomorrow, but go ahead. You can ask a question.
Yeah, I have a question about funding. It's very interesting. I know a guy who does funding. It is like actually my first ever credit guy, Arturo. He said that the banks pay him $1,000 a month for 12 months when he gets someone funded. Do you know of any programs that do that?
I do not, but tell them to send me the contact, man. I want to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll try to connect you guys for sure.
yeah. I don't know any banks that do that. To be honest, I think it's to be honest, it's borderline illegal to get money. Like the people even at the banks cannot receive money. Okay, and you can ask. Carlo used to be an underwriter at the bank. You can ask Carlo. He was the guy that you went and applied. Get credit cards from. At Wells Fargo. You were working at Wells Fargo, right?
Yeah, yeah, we're
Uh,
gonna work struggle. Yeah, there's no such thing as that. I mean, I never heard that. I don't know, maybe a credit union or I don't know, just very strange.
I think it's Chase. I think Chase is doing it now.
Yeah, I'm
Chase
not.
paying him. No, I don't think. Um, no, Chase. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the relationship manager he has is paying him on the side, but not Chase. Chase will never do that.
And that's
But
probably the
maybe
relationship manager. Yeah.
yeah, probably the relationship manager is kicking him because they get bonuses. So
Mhm.
that's probably. But I don't know. That sounds like I don't know. Is this a credible person? It sounds like BS. But yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
not. I don't think a bank will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. I never heard of it. I do know that they get bonuses at the end of the year for depending how many applications they went through and how much money they were able to get out.
And let me tell you, I mean, bankers don't make a lot of money. I used to wear a nice, suit, tie, and all this stuff. And you make well. There's some people who are making more money because of the deals they're sending out, and that's something between you and your contact. But um,
Mm.
they don't make money, so the registered bankers they tend to look for this people who bring business to them because they look good and they get bonuses. The bonus is what really makes you money in the bank.
Understand.
Nice. Okay. Anyways, guys, you guys have any questions on anything? It's almost 8:30. Miguel, Carl, anything about funding, about business? If you guys do, and I told Carl yesterday when I spoke to him, if you guys need no PG funding, okay, we can do that. Okay, if you guys are looking to clean your credit, I literally just gotta finalize paperwork with the credit repair person. Okay. And now they're able to, hey, they clean the credit and then we go and do the funding on the back end. Okay, and then you can actually go in and you get paid on the back end, or we'll get paid on the back end. Okay, so that's something new that we're offering. Okay. And if you guys need to build your credit profile, let's say, like this client that I have, he has about 6 accounts that are negative, late, and then he also has 3 charge-offs. We're completely removing those accounts, and then we're adding a car loan and a mortgage. Okay, and maybe 3 to 4 authorized users. Okay, we got to rebuild it, and then we can go apply. So there are ways to go ahead and fix it and then go for funding, and then also we're getting paid on the back end. So it's more low risk for you guys. Okay, and once we get paid, you do pay, like this client, Jason. He's gonna put half first and then the other half after the funding. Okay, and also you are allowed to pay with a credit card. Okay, there's a lot of companies out there, a lot of people saying, hey, no, send me a wire or send me Zelle, whatever. Just know you can't get Zelle back. Okay, I'm one of the few guys that I still take credit card payments, and I never had a fucking chargeback. Okay, because once you get a chargeback, your account gets closed. Either gets closed or you get put on, pretty much probation, which they hold your money for like 4 months. Okay, because all the funds under the chargeback, hey, they're gonna hold your funds. Okay. Anyways, okay, so Miguel's out. No more questions. If you guys have any individual questions, feel free to text me. Okay, everybody here has my number, so feel free to shoot me a text. You guys have a
Sounds
good.
good.
Take care, Jorge. Andres, take care.
We
Thank
just
you.
thank you.
Uh,
Thank
You
you.
guys think
Thank
it's
you.
total?